Hello, I'm Mary V. Today, let's talk about playing off the string. So one of the first things we need to do to play off the string is to realise that for some reason, normally violinists play on the corner of the hair, the outside edge of the hair of the bow. And we play with the bow at an angle like this. I'm not really sure why we all do that, but that's what we do. Now, when we're going to make this experiment of playing off the string, we flatten the bow, so it's the bow hair is much flatter on the string. We don't really change the bow hold to do that, we just slightly roll the bow within our bow hold, like that. So let's play with the hair flatter for this experiment. And just start on the D string with on an A, and we'll just simply bounce the bow using little strokes like this. And see if you can find the sweet spot where the bow bounces. Keep the bow pretty close to the string. Now you can see that the bow is actually designed to bounce. It's thinner at the point and thicker as you come towards the heel, and that's the design. It's actually made to bounce. So once you can discover that your bow does bounce, you don't actually change your bow hand at all. In fact, you don't do anything extra, you just simply learn that the bow can bounce. Let's take some strokes in the middle of the bow, détaché strokes, short ones. And this time, start off the string and let each stroke bounce, and it's about the same length as your little détaché stroke. So it takes quite a while to get control and to stop the scratching, the squealing and all the kind of other things that happen when you start putting your bow off the string. So just take it quite slowly, and you can actually practice this by starting a small stroke on the string and then letting it off at the end like this. Try an up bow. Now that little click that you hear at the beginning of those notes is very desirable. So when you're doing off the string and you're doing continuous notes, try to hear if you can get a little click at the beginning of each one. That's nice. There's a sort of crunch when you get nice off the bow strokes, something like this. So there's all sorts of nice crunches that you can get. What I mean by a crunch is something, it's the attack at the beginning of the note. So when you start to practice off the string, find your sweet spot and then start to coordinate with your left hand by just a D major scale. Now, crossing strings when you're playing off the string, You've got to practice getting that nice and even. So one nice exercise to do for that is simply to play open strings and then off the string, like this. So your arm has got to be nice and positive, and make sure that it moves in time. So just play the open strings for that and get your arm moving. So you can speed up just by doing singles. Now the next thing is to mix on the string with off the string, which is really crucial. So let's just use a D major scale for that. So you can use lots of different patterns, 1 and 3. So just use simple things, arpeggios, scales. Keep crossing the strings and listen out for it being a lovely sound. That's the main thing. Make sure that your off string is really lovely. A really nice example of the string is the last movement of the Beethoven Spring Sonata, which has got a mixture of on and off. It's really delightful and full of attack and differences in the way that you can start a note. It's just gorgeous. In the first movement of the Spring Sonata, another delightful example of the difference that mixing on and off can make to your playing. So that's just an introduction to playing off the string. There's many ways to do it. This is really staccato, and it's a nice staccato. It's making sure that the sound is always lovely, which is what we all want. So I'll leave it there for now, and good luck with your practice. I'll say bye-bye. Bye.